everybody. I don't know if you realize it or not, but September is National Preparedness Month, and it cannot be any more appropriate. As I was looking at the Weather Channel tonight online, I noticed, which I've been hearing about, but it looks like Louisiana is getting ready to get pounded with a lot of water, as well as Alabama, Mississippi. Hopefully Texas will finally get some water and some rain, but looks like this is going to be, at least, I don't know, maybe 12, 24 hours worth of rain. I know they're projecting like 8 to 10 inches in places, and then moving on inland a few more inches, or a few less inches of rain rather. But 8 to 10 inches of rain is a lot of water. So I thought I'd put together, I may do a series out of this. The more I'm thinking about it, I might. Since it is National Preparedness Month, I'm considering doing like a family preparedness kind of series here. This one, I'm just asking everybody to please make your emergency kit. And please ignore my dog barking in the background. And she hears me talking and she starts barking. My personal emergency bag, I don't call my emergency bag like my everyday carry or my bug out bag or get home bag. I call it simply my emergency bag. It's here. I know where it's at. It has got enough stuff in there for me for 5 days, and it's an Army Alice pack kind of thing. Got all kinds of cool pockets and so forth. I can just keep putting stuff in there. At this point, it probably weighs as much as I do. But I know I'd be all right for a few days. So first and foremost, you want to put enough water in there for yourself, your family, whatever your situation is. And remember, water has to go for drinking, cooking, and hygiene purposes. And you might be surprised at how much water you actually use in a day, or 2 days, or 3, or 4, or 5. Food. Most everybody says at least 3 days of food. Optimally, I tend to go sort of against that and say 5 days worth of food. And here's why. My husband and I are in the transportation industry. Transportation deliveries are going to stop, impeding a natural disaster. They're going to stop the day before the storm actually hits. Then you're going to have 1 or 2 days of storms. You're going to have another day where everybody's trying to get the system working again and back to your area. So we're already up to 4 days right there. And then the 5th day, deliveries may start being made again, but you still may not be able to get out of where you are. So I say at least 5 days worth of food. Medications. People sometimes forget about their meds. If you're on prescription drugs, for me, I'm a diabetic. I would die a slow, miserable death if I didn't have my prescription drugs. So I have a small little bag in the refrigerator that keeps a supply of medication and supplies in there. If something were to happen here, I grab that bag, I get my other bag, and I'm good. And I know it because I keep those supplies rotated out of both of them, so I have both of them. I know in my mind, I know what to grab and where to get to. Over-the-counter drugs, ibuprofen, aspirin, first aid kit, extra glasses or anything else that you use, like contacts or whatever that could be. Other items. A whistle is always a good thing to have around to signal for help. Flashlights, extra batteries, desk mask, hygiene products. Towelettes are awesome. If that's all you have, they take up very little room. They come in those little cases. Plastic grocery bags, you can actually put those like over a 5-gallon bucket if you had to. Do your business. Tie the little straps together and dispose of it properly. Local maps, in case you had to set out on foot. If you had to evacuate your house because the water is rising or something, it might be nice to know exactly where you're going. Emergency contact book. Everybody, please put together an emergency contact book. I call it a contact book, but it is because you need to have house insurance policies, renter's insurance, car insurance policies, copies of like your driver's license, social security card, all the numbers, out of your phone, because we're also dependent on electrical gadgets. We may just not know, if you ask me, what's my husband's cell phone number, I don't know. I know what to push on my phone to find him, and so all that stuff needs to be written down, copied, at least bare minimum. Have your like your insurance agency's customer service number or claims number and your policy number. Cell phones with extra chargers, inverters, cash, in a flood situation, power down situation, the ATMs aren't going to work, the debit, credit, what have you are not going to work. So keep cash around. Put $20, $30, $40 in your emergency bag. Just put it in there and forget about it. That way you always have it in small bills. Waterproof matches, change of clothing with appropriate shoes. Don't forget the pets, pet food, pet medications, pet supplies. And don't forget the kids. If you have to evacuate your home and go to a shelter, or if you're at home, you've got no power, let's say you're not flooded out, your house is still intact and so forth, the kids have got to have something to do. Anything to keep them occupied. And, again, everybody's personal situation is different. Do you have babies that need formula and diapers? Do you know how to handle things that, if your spouse was not at home, do you know how to handle the things that they would be handling, such as the generator, chainsaw, sun oven, propane gas grill, that kind of thing? Just make sure you kind of know that you could take care of yourself, even if you're in a family environment. If you're single, you know how to do everything that you need to do around there. But sometimes with spouses and significant others, we sort of tend to let the other one worry about this and that, and then we worry about this and that, and then the two sides never come together. And if something were to happen, everybody needs to know how to handle certain things. So that's it, just a quick overview. I'm going to post a check sheet on my blog here in a little bit once I get that typed up. Feel free to go in there, download. It'll open up as a Word document. Download it, use it as a check sheet, add to it, take away from it. It's just sort of to get you started in building your kit. And then the next part, we'll go to your emergency plan. Thanks for watching.